say if I could summarize what it is that we're talking about, helping create the space for people to explore and understand who it is that they are and who it is that they want to become.
I don't totally know what to say, y'all. I mean, I feel like I'm just grateful. At the core of it, I'm grateful that you all are here because people keep asking me, like, who's thinking this? And I genuinely don't feel comfortable saying mine. Like, see that gray now? That's raised a little bit. On the right, all the way right, dark gray. Turn that back, please. Yep, thanks. It's nothing with, like, it was just me in here, and it was not nearly as fun. I had a blast, but it was me playing. But Mariah, Sam, Christina, they can all speak to it. Everybody who was here in the first one, so it was like, yeah, this is cool, but like, eh. And so the fact that you all show up here, the fact that people are willing to contribute and help, the fact that you all are bringing stuff here to share with others who we don't even know is such a beautiful thing, and it's nothing I take for granted. My uncle's in the building, please show some love. My brother's in the building over here in the hat. So it's like the fact that my family is here, my found family is here, that you all actually enjoy coming here is just a beautiful thing, and we're gonna keep doing it, y'all, because this has quite literally opened up my eyes to what it is that I want to do with my life. So thank you, and yeah, let's keep it going.
Thank you.
But something that I talked to Mariah about was she really wants this place to be a resource center, and it stuck with me after our conversation because I'm like, that feels like something that I could contribute to, and and then I started thinking, like, this kind of in a way is a resource, but I want to take it to the next level or just kind of elaborate on it by starting to have like workshops, people like us teaching each other stuff, because we all have knowledge, we all have a lot that we can share and a lot of value to add to the room outside of just our creative pursuits. So you're gonna start seeing these things be a little like there's gonna be a lot of jamming, there's gonna be a lot of like this that you see, but there's also gonna be more workshops, there's gonna be more conversation, there's gonna be more like engagement across the room. And I just wanted to preface that so you didn't just show up one day and be like, what the hell is this? Why did everything change? Because there's an intention behind it, and I really think that we all could help each other. So thank you. That's kind of everything I had to say. We're gonna keep playing. We got to like 11 tonight. Please say hi to everybody or somebody. And
I used to be a guy that would shy away from something like this.
Starting to lean into this.
Yeah, once I found out I wasn't Greek. I figured I could do an interview. I wasn't necessarily antisocial,
Right.
but I knew pretty early on in college that like the school environment wasn't necessarily where I learned best.
Okay.
And in that sense, I didn't totally mesh well with people who that was their learning environment.
For
You
sure.
know, I was big on application, so I was naturally drawn to people who just went and tried, who would just be trying the thing that we'd be talking about. And that's ultimately how I then found myself doing what I'm doing with the camera stuff and just the creative world was I was constantly looking for that in
Yeah.
the school environment. And obviously there's creativity within that, but you know how it is. Like once you get into the real world, like creatives are all over the place doing all types of things at all
Yeah.
different times and hours. In a way, it was kind of exciting being in those spaces as the only, not even only, but you know, one of the few people who was openly expressing and leading with the fact that I was an artist and looking to get more into creative endeavors because it was exciting for me to be around people who enjoyed learning. You know, that's what I'm ultimately drawn to. I love
Yeah.
talking to people and I love people who like to learn about whatever it is that they're interested in.
For sure.
So to me, I actually thrived being in those spaces because it allowed me that opportunity for some contrast essentially. Music really connected me with everybody else because it's such a universal, excuse me, such like a universal language or experience, whatever you want to call it, you know. So it started with me wanting to be able to perform and let people experience the music I was creating, to then like finding itself snowballing into like, oh well, I actually just want to be able to be a resource for people and more so just somebody who can curate a space for resources to be provided. The teaching feels like a constant like two-way street. You know what I mean? Any situation in which I find myself teaching feels like I'm there because I'm learning. You know.
Sure.
Faith is what we believe. We believe in us. We believe in trust.
It really it instantly was like, yo, this is something I feel like I'm supposed to do. You know what I mean? Because it's in a way it's easy for me. It comes natural to be and curate these spaces for specifically for kids, but kind of anybody.
Yeah.
What's happening at Thursday nights? The space is meant to be a space for us to kind of like tap into like big kid mode. You know, to put it informally, like
For
be
sure.
in that big kid spirit of like when we were kids, like you'd walk up and have the chance to paint, you'd paint 3 strokes and be like, okay, I don't really want to paint right now, I kind of want to play the drums. You turn, you go play the drums.
Yeah.
And the stuff we do at Soulful, it's been a lot more of just like the creative arts focused, because that to me was, in a way, it's like the easiest to kind of break through that wall to that big kid to be like, you get you in that mode or in that spirit. And now I really want to incorporate more teaching and more sharing of each other's knowledge, and not just me being up there speaking about what I know, but more so having workshops intentionally touching all different subjects from financial literacy, health and wellness, yoga to, I mean, I know that falls in that, but you know what I mean? Like a range of topics so that, like, yes, playing music and doing painting and doing puzzles and playing cards is amazing and beautiful and essential, but we can only do that so long until we're broke and then we don't know how to handle our money, and then it's like, well, you don't have time to go play the drums because you got to go work your 9 to 5. You know what I mean? It's been very beautiful to see people like come in, be tense. It's like visible, and I'm sure you've noticed it too. Like you see them come in, be tense just naturally because it's new space, uncomfortable.
Right.
And then they just slowly start to notice that it's like, oh wow, I'm allowed to just float between all these different things, even if it takes months.
Yeah.
Because some people, they won't touch anything, but then next thing you know, it's like 4 sessions in, 2 sessions in, they're singing on the microphone. You know what I mean? So it's like they knew they had that in them the whole time, but it requires consistency and consistently creating a safe space for them to know, like, oh wow, I can do this, and no one's gonna put me down. What's become a challenge is really not allowing things to stay the same. We've gotten really comfortable having the same setup of the jams and the paintings, and we pass the mic around maybe once, and we actually even haven't been doing that as much, and that's been something that kind of like eats at me a little bit, because that to me is the core of what makes that space so awesome. In a way, I don't even want to be on some like weird mysteriousness of like, you'll find out. But it's like, I don't even know what's taking form, but I know I'm putting consistent effort in with people who are eager to bring to life the things that they want to bring to life. And it actually brings me comfort to say, I don't know what's coming, but I know that I'm doing it.
My name is Lainey, and I started coming to Soulful like a couple months ago, and I keep just thinking to myself, like, where has this been my whole life?
Like the short of it is like genuinely like these jam sessions like changed my life for real.
This is a huge, like, I wasn't really playing with other people anymore, and this is like such a life changer. It's a great way to like forget all my problems for a little bit.
The thing that I love most, just seeing how the space has evolved, is just the connections that have been made, and just seeing how much love has blossomed out, even outside of Soulful.
Hey.
So this space has been like genuinely very life-changing for me. I kind of like stopped playing music for like a couple years before I moved here, and I started coming to Soulful in August, and it pretty much like rekindled the creative fire I had for music, and so I'm just really thankful that this place exists.
Yes.
Glad I met all of you.
I don't know. I wish I could say I had something fresh off the top of my mind to be able to ask like the crowd, because it's like for the people watching this, I know that the people watching this are humans. I know they're just like me. So it's like, what in me do you admire that if you take enough time to think about and reflect upon is also like a part of your own character that you might be leaning on someone like me to admire? So I'd encourage people to take the time to find that within themselves. What is it about yourself that you admire?
That's real. That's a good way. All right, thank you, bro. Love you.
Yeah, I love you too, man. Let's go.